mostly everyone has done some moving today. Maybe we're feeling a little fatigued even, right? If that's the case, then it's great to also get our body ready for singing. We're gonna kind of relax any tense muscles. So let's start with some shoulders going back. Are you okay to get your arms involved too, if you'd like? Rolls going forward. And then just nice and gently, let's stretch that ear over to one shoulder. Listening to your body. If anything's hurting, don't feel like you need to strain at all. Ear towards the other shoulder. Then if you'd like to do head straight back, nice and gentle, feel that stretch. And then completely release, let that jaw go. See if you can let the jaw open, see how loose you can get here. And then a nice chin towards the chest, head coming forward. Same thing, see if you can completely release the head so that you feel that stretch all the way down your back. And then we're going to allow gravity to increase on us as we let those fingertips come towards our toes. A-okay to bend those knees as we're coming down. Feeling that complete gravity shift here as we let our upper half of our body completely hang over like a rag doll. If you want to find even a little bit of swing here, moving at the hips, even bending the knees. Getting all that weight off of the shoulders, off of the head, right? We're used to carrying ourselves around all day, but kind of just rethinking how we're treating our body, being nice to our body. And slowly rolling up, spine by spine, or vertebrae by vertebrae, I should say. Take your time here. Fingertips reaching up, big full body stretch. If you'd like to do a little bit of sideways twist, whatever you would like to do there to kind of realign. So hopefully we're kind of exploring now a more elevated posture. So let's just kind of be aware of where those feet are, right under our hips. Those hips in line with our shoulders. And now we can turn that head nice and easily side to side. If there's any extra little massages you'd like to do as well, feel free to do that. I love to use my knuckles and go right alongside my jawline here. You can have a lot of excess tension happening there. And then working down on either side of the esophagus, moving into that lymph node, lymphatic area and tissue here. If you're dealing with any congestion, I have a little bit of that today. Sometimes doing a little bit of a massage here can kind of help move any of that, even around the clavicle area here. It'll be really helpful if you're dealing with that. All right, continuing to stand with our new aligned body and posture, hopefully a little bit more relaxed. Let's go ahead and think about our breathing. So I like to tell my students to imagine kind of an inner tube, right, around their core. So we're feeling that breath activating down into our stomach, but also wrapping around our core, right? Because those lungs literally wrap around our body and are encased by the rib cage. So when we breathe in, how can we feel that rib cage expand? Kind of allow that rib cage to stay expanded, right? And then allow our tummy wall to slowly move inward, right? So what we're trying to stay away from is a collapse of those muscles, right? And let's see if we can just continue to get that breath nice and low. We're kind of retraining our muscles, right? So let's take a nice breath, nice silent breath in through the mouth. Yes, and I love the idea of sipping through a straw because that activates a lot of really good breath pressure. But this time, let's see if we can breathe in through the mouth silently this time, like we have a microphone, okay? So how would we breathe if there was a microphone in front of us, okay? And musical theater on stage, you know, many times you have a body mic somewhere, right? So we want to practice that quiet breath in. So let's practice a nice quiet breath in together. Here we go. Breathing in and out. Yeah, and I want to encourage you to just drop that jaw. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Very nice. All right, so now we're going to breathe in, hold, and let it all out quickly. Good. Feel all of that awesome muscle contraction that just happened. That is the same type of, the same set of muscles we're going to be using moving forward here for our hiss. Okay, so find your spot. This is where all of your energy and your sound is going to be headed towards. So let's go ahead and breathe in through the mouth. Hold and out on a hiss. Feel that slow constriction of the abdominal extra crescendo. That's going to help you whenever you're singing a phrase, right? Slipping through my fingers all the time, right? How can we keep that last little bit going, okay? All right, awesome. So let's go ahead and get into just a little bit of musical theater warm-up here. I think it's really important to have a good idea of how to mix, how to bake with different registrations, right? What I love about being vocalists is we really are bakers. We're figuring out, okay, how much of this registration do I need to put in here in this area of my voice, right? So trying to understand and learn the concept of mixing is something we've all been working on in our lessons. So let's go ahead and just start with a nice simple yum, 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 yum. So I want you to think nice and forward, almost a little bit kind of witchy sounding, okay? Here we go. Yum, 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 yum. Any idea why we're working on this exercise? Shout it out if you have an idea.
Head voice.
What'd you say?
Head voice.
Yes, that's a big part of it. Resonance, kind of getting that resonance going, right? Yeah, exactly. What'd you say?
Strega is the word for like witchiness in Italian. It's like that kind of like, which is can be helpful too with mixed belting because it's not going to be in like a hooty place. It's going to be in like a kind of like a like a whatever that means.
Kind of small, kind of whitey,
fuzzy. Yeah. So kind of thinking of that like witchiness.
I love that.
When you're up top while you're belting is going to save your voice.
Totally, so true.
Yeah.
It's going to take pressure off of your vocal folds, absolutely, and you're going to lean into the resonance instead.
Yeah.
Strega, I love that. Okay, yum, 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 yum. Nice and slidey, here we go. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. Throw your breath. Yum, 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 yum. Nice. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. Yeah, find some relaxation in the neck. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. Good. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. Yeah, nice, 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 nice. All right, very good. All right, let's get into that mid-register here. I love to sing. All right, A-okay if we want to even start off with a little bit more of a mix there on top. So I love to sing. That's A-okay too, wherever you're feeling comfortable today, okay? Here we go. I love to sing. Okay, let's go ahead and flip this on its head because what this can kind of do, does anybody know what it could possibly do? It could cause some strain because we're maybe going to carry some weight up accidentally, right? So maybe we could change it to I love to sing, and there's that kind of small little spot that we're trying to find instead of activating all those TA muscles, which a few of my students, we've talked about this. Okay, so I love to sing, really little and small on top. Let's give it a try. I love to sing. Yeah, make it really little, so it's like we're going towards the love, right? I love to sing. Make that top one nice and small. We don't want to push it. Here we go. I love to sing. I love to sing. I love to sing. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. See if we can have that kind of little bit of a smile showing our front teeth here. Here we go. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah.